people of color do not.
Yep.
Whether because they've been oppressed by the system,
finances,
you know what I mean?
overall.
Exactly. Saying so, pretty much, you've had the privilege to enjoy those things. Privilege isn't always something that you can be given, and I understand for a lot of you, you may not even want it, but it's there.
Yep.
Like it, and we have to kind of accept that. So when you hear it, just don't try to like disregard it just because like I said, I may be speaking in circles here, but I get it. You don't kind of like. No one would ever want to admit, oh, I had what I just had because technically I got lucky. But like that, I mean, that's how America is run. You know, when Caucasians came over here, you guys slaughtered and raped, and the Native Americans.
Yes.
And, yes. Enslaved black people into building this country. So a lot of the time, opportunities that your ancestors or even that you yourself got, not a lot of people of color get.
Mm-hmm. As far as, I guess, my views on white privilege, baby, if you are white and privileged, keep it to yourself. There are people out here that struggle. There are people out here that go through traumatizing things every year. There are people every day. There are people out here that are going through trauma right now from within their own families. And we don't need you privileging yourself all over the place or just showing your privilege all over we don't care. We're actually out here. We're living. We're just trying to stay alive yet another day. If it's not being killed by ourselves, by each other, it's being killed by the opposite race. My thing is, you guys, we are still, first off, it says one nation under God. This is one nation, okay? When you look up in the sky, I don't care who you believe in, what you pray to, what type of rocks you click together, what type of bells you want to chime over your spirit. I don't care what you burn. At the end of the day, the Bible says you're going to have to turn to some God, and it's going to be the one God. Okay? When you look up in the sky, God's up there in them clouds. God's up there beyond the horizon that you can't see. Okay? This is one nation. Treat us as such. Treat us as such. I can understand that you treat the... I'm going to be real. I can understand you treat the thugs, which they are, the thugs, better than you treat, or worse than you would treat the regular black people, such as just regular black people that get up 9 to 5 workers. Granted, at the end of the day, you should not.
Exactly.
It's still the same color of skin. It's a different person. It's still the same color of skin. If that person, that thug that you want to name as a thug, because I've been called a thug by Caucasians. I've seen them call other thugs Caucasians. I've seen Caucasians call other people thugs as of color. At the end of the day, we're still the same color skin. Yeah. 2 different people, 3 different people, we're still the same. It's still under one nation. My skin is not a weapon. My skin should not be a crime. Okay? It should not be a crime to walk black. It should not be a crime to say hi to the right people or to the white people and get charged for disorderly conduct or disturbing the peace just because I spoke to your child who's on the grass playing as I'm walking down the street, and now you're taking it as a threat. Okay? I've seen, and I'm going to give a prime example. I got pulled over today, and I said that before. Most white people, probably 10, 15 minutes. I sat there for upwards of 30 minutes. Okay, it was enough time to where my father came, him and my older brother came, and they sat for about 5 or 6 minutes and then left, and I was still sitting there. When I went and put the timer on my phone, I got up to about like 23 minutes, and that was already from me already sitting there 15, 20 minutes prior to that. So yeah, you're technically looking at almost 45 minutes, but it was a good about 30 minutes. But again, don't keep flaunting around your white privilege. We're good.
And just make sure that you do acknowledge it. That like if you hear it brought up in a conversation, if you see it on social media, don't just try to chime in. Now I get it. Social media, everyone can express their views. Yeah. But the same thing, like I just said, everyone has the freedom to express their views.
Yes, you do.
Don't get upset when people react to that and express their opinions.
Yep. Because there will be.
And it's not just color people. I even said like for prime example, that tweet I just read to you, that was from a Caucasian man. Like. It's out here, guys. Because I have a lot of Caucasian friends, and I friends of all different colors for that reason, and everyone is pretty much in unison. Like, you don't have to, like no one's asking you to say that, hey, everything you've worked for in your life, everything you have is because you're lucky because of the color of your skin. No, they're asking you to care just about Black lives as well. Yeah. You know,
all lives
fuck
matter.
that all lives matter shit. Because of course that matters, but it's just like it's just like two different houses. It's just like in a neighborhood, 3 houses being on fire. But let's just say they're at the end of the block. You're not gonna hold down each house and say each house matters. You know, you're gonna go to those houses first. You know, where you see the fires, where you see the trauma, where you see the trouble, where you see the people who need the help. Then you can expect the other houses to make sure they're good because they weren't on fire. But yes, still get the But if they're all connected, which we all are connected, we're all one race. Then you check on those people because yes, white people still die by the police.
Yep.
Yes, white people still have a heart. No one is not taken away from that. Period.
But at the end of the day, it's not.
That's not the narrative right now.
It's not swept under as much as, and it doesn't occur as much as the black people does, as much as black people do. It's like, God, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, like he said, with the same thing with the houses. Baby, we understand that y'all lives matter. Yes, your lives do matter, but
right now, black lives don't matter as much as every other life.
Yeah.
No.
Every other life don't matter as much as black lives matter.
No, right now. Other way around.
No, right now. Right now, black lives is the only one that we're protesting about.
Well, I mean, no. I'm saying like just in general.
Okay.
Yeah, like just in general, like we want black lives to matter as much as
everybody else's.
Lives.
Yeah.
Then we can say all lives matter. You know what I mean? But we're not there yet. And the fact that we're not there yet wholeheartedly even proves and shows that we can't see all lives matter yet because they don't.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, you're a fool if you think so otherwise.
Yeah, all lives matter, but at the same time, all lives don't matter.
Yes.
You know, all lives are protected. However, all Caucasian, maybe some white, maybe some Mexicans lives are saved more than black lives. Black lives is like when the police get a call about 3 black people and there's 2 white officers. First thing they doing is coming with their hands on their guns. Mm-hmm. Or a hand on their taser. You don't know what we're doing. We're just sitting here talking. Ha! We're trying to fix a flat tire for a Caucasian woman with 2 kids and she's pregnant. Uh-huh. There's 3 of us and there's 3 of them. There's 2 kids. What we gonna do? Mm-hmm. You don't have to approach us with your guns. You don't have to approach us in fear. Exactly. My skin is not something you should fear.
And then you can tell a lot of the times when they get when they're like kind of shocked. Story time, little quick tidbit. I was in DC for my man's bachelor party. We was coming back. I'm not from DC, so I don't know the area too much, and we know how speed limits can change drastically. That area that's named after Thomas Jefferson, I think it's named after Thomas Jefferson. Whatever one of those that area is where it's named at the historic person. It's like a real nice park.
Okay.
And I was on my way back from a yacht party. It was my man's bachelor party. It was on the way back. Now this is what caused them to pull me over. The speed limit, because it was like a historic park, it went from like 35 or 40 and it dropped down to 25. I mind you, it was also midnight or 1 in the morning. Mm-hmm. I didn't see the sign. Somebody was moving like really, really slow in front of me. So I do admit I impatiently went around them. And when you turn on, you know how you can like quickly turn on your blinker, like you just slightly tap it and it turns on. Yeah, so I didn't hit it hard. Sometimes you don't hit it hard enough, so it technically didn't go off. So it looks like I just went into another lane, got around the car, and then got back into the lane I was in and kept going. But I guess to him, it looked like the cops. I looked like I was swerving. Mm-hmm. Him, 3 other cop cars pulled me over, and it's me and 2 of my other friends in the car as well.
Black or white?
They were all black, and the cops were all white. And so they walk up to the car. Mm-hmm. All of them, and mind you, the windows are already down because it's hot, so we wasn't even running the air, so you could already see into the car. Right. My car is tinted, mm-hmm. but the windows are already down. When they came up, everything sitting up there, we had an unopened case of beer, so it's not even like the box was open, maybe 1 or 2 beers. No, it was unopened. And honestly, you already knew we didn't drink it because, and little tidbit, I didn't know this, beer can't get warm. You have to keep beer cold. Yeah. Because we bought the beer before we went on the yacht, but we didn't kind of realize. Well, we were just kind of moving so fast we didn't realize it. But yeah, so pretty much the whole box of beer was kind of wasted. Right. Because I don't know whether because I'm not much of a beer drinker, but I don't know whether it doesn't taste good, whether it just goes bad. But
I think it just gets bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. So pretty much, and we even said that like, if it was a dumpster right there, we would have threw the whole thing away. But as they come up to the car, they had all the cops had their hands on their guns, and they stayed there. And you want me to tell you when? So I'm out the car because they thought I was drunk, whatever. So they put me through the whole sobriety test. And I did not drink that night because I was the DD. So I passed all the tests, didn't get a single ticket. And what did the cops say? We're glad you drove. This misunderstanding. I was like, I know. Why would I lie to you guys? Like I said, every black person is not lying to you guys. Mm-hmm. Like I know like what it seemed like, but the minute you met me, walked up to the car and saw that my license registration and everything was up to date and everything was good, you said, all right, okay, this is just one of those moments. But I still went through all the tests, put me to the side, maybe do a bunch of things. They had to take off my shoes to do my walking test. Don't know why I was told to take off my shoes, but whatever.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, exactly. Right. So I'm walking in my socks on the sidewalk, in my good dress socks at that.
Right.
And pretty much the moment they did not take their hands off their guns until my colleagues started talking to them about sports. Okay. And then you can see their hand go from this to, and then they went to this to the hands, and then to, you know what I mean? Exactly. But it's like, why did it take all that? Yeah. Suppose we weren't sports fans. Like, how would that have went down? So you know what I mean? It's crazy. It would have
still been hostile. Y'all went away, but it still been hostile. Again, if it was a group of white people and white cops,
the whole thing would have been a joke.
It would have been completely different.
Exactly.
Switch gears just a little bit before we wrap this thing up. Protesters, stay peaceful.
Yes. Be safe out there too. Please. And watch each other's backs.
Not only just watch each other's back. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's not of an African American color.
That's out there.
That's not that are out there on the streets. I've seen Muslims. I've seen Arabics about the same. I've seen Indians. I've seen white people. Mm-hmm. I've seen them. However, I will address this. I've seen Asians. I've seen the Chinese. I've seen a couple of them. When it comes to protesting, do not make our problem worse. We know what our issue is, which means if we're out there on this side of the street protesting, don't go be white. And this goes for the Pakistanians, it goes for the Muslims, it goes for everybody else that's not African American, that are sitting over here spray painting, looting, and rioting things, and then putting BLM, Black Lives Matter, on buildings and stuff. That's not what we're doing.
Right.
We're not out here to cause problem. We're out here to be heard. As a matter of fact.
But to respect, it's not just only white people doing that though.
No, it's not. There are some black people, but again, like I said, the black people that are out doing it, stop being white and get into the right situation. Okay, you're out here doing wrong that we don't need. Exactly. Go home. We don't need you. There was a police officer, I think she was in Chicago, bad black woman. The white officer pushed the protester that was on her knees, and that lady laid into her. Sugarfoot, shout out to you. You get the Sugarfoot card of the day. That's what I'm going to start, the Sugarfoot card of the day, and she gets that for honesty, bravery, and standing up to what's going on. Shout out to the police officers, even in Baltimore City, that are standing outside with the protesters, not the rioters, not the looters, not the thugs of all colors and sizes, but to the protesters that have a voice that want to be heard. And shout out to the protesters. I really hope I'm still in the camera angle. Shout out to the protesters that are really going to hold this thing. And this is to all the protesters, even to us too. When you get out there in those streets, when you get out there and say no justice, no peace, make sure that you stick this thing through. If anything that we need as a black community, we need leadership and we need consistency. At this point, don't give up 6 months. Okay? Don't wait till we get down the line and, we haven't had a black killing in 3 or 4 months. So what? You don't got to protest now, but you still get your voice heard. You still let them know that black lives still do matter. You let them know that police brutality in the black African American community is real and it's alive and it needs to stop. I'm done with it. It's sad. I'm going to read off this list of things that people, pretty much of people, their last words before they passed away. And I got just quite a few. First off, Art Garner, July 19th. His first words was, I can't breathe. Same thing as, actually his name was on this list too. I Don't Want to Die Young, that came from Christian Taylor. That was on August 7th of 2015. These are black people losing their lives while in police custody or being detained by the police. First off, officers, if they are detained, they are no longer a threat. George Floyd was laying there. He had someone on his lower portion and his upper portion of his body, 2 separate parts, okay? If he was on any type of drugs or whatever, whatever they said that he was on, okay, fine. He's not a threat. He's detained. He's laying down. He's on the ground.
You can get off of him. Oh, you know what I realized? Why not just handcuff, like they do when they in jail, when they walk in the lines and stuff? Why not just handcuff their feet and their hands? Not together, but like you handcuff these and you handcuff those. Because I don't care how, unless you break both things, and you ain't going to get far with broken wrists.
You know how hard it is with being handcuffed behind your back and laying face first?
Well, no, not even that. Like, you could handcuff them like this, and then you handcuff their feet.
No, I'm just saying, like, logically, do you know how hard it is to try to get up and be be more or be disorderly when you're laying in handcuffs on your back.
Exactly.
And when your handcuffs is on your back, and it's a lot. It's a lot. So Officer Chili Wiggly Piggly Chitlins, whatever your name was, Devad Chitlins, you should have got up. You get whatever you deserve. Whatever you deserve is coming for you. It is for you. For the Bible says, whatever God has for me, it is for me. And I'm going to speak now as a Christian through and through, brother. Whatever God is going to bring to you, it's going to come tenfold and it's going to hit hard. It's not going to hit at waves. I pray that everything hits hard and hits your soul mean, because you deserve it. That man told you he could not breathe. That man was 46 years old and cried out for his mother. A mother who died a year prior to the day that her son took his last breath. He said, I cannot breathe. I cannot feel. My body is going numb. My neck hurts. I'm hurting. I feel pain, and you did not get up. You deserve it. Your wife left you. Congratulations to her.
Oh, for
sweetie,
real?
go on right after.
Oh, wow.
Right after it hit, the rioters was six blocks down, just hypothetically. 6 blocks down. She divorced him, took her kid, because they didn't have kids together, took her kid and left.
Oh, like the kid was just hers.
The kid was hers somewhere else.
He was a step parent.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Took her child, packed up, and left.
Yeah.
The rioters was coming down the block.
Yeah.
Now, they tased me. That was Walter Scott. That was April of 2015. I didn't even do nothing. That was Samuel Du Bois. That was in July 12th, 2015. Again, Freddie Gray, I Can't Breathe. You Promised You Wouldn't Kill Me. That was Natasha McKenna. That was in February 2015. I Wasn't Reaching For It. That was Fernando Castel. That was July the 6th. And then, of course, I Can't Breathe. Man, it's just been
we're tired,
much.
Man. We're tired.
It has to stop. It has to stop.
Like I said, what else I with? If freedom cannot be given,
it has to be taken.
Then it must be taken.
My black people, it's time to stand up. It's time to stand up. Since 1960, since 1619, we have been tired. It's 2020. We're tired. We're not going to sit here and keep talking. We're not going to sit here and keep asking. We're not going to sit here and be peaceful. Yep. At the end of the day, my people are taken to the streets. People, I want y'all to take to the streets. Shut stuff down. Let them know that we are serious. Don't get violent. We have a task at hand, my God. And the task needs to be fulfilled. First of all, we need to give this nation back to the king where it belongs. Because a lot of people have walked away from the Bible. This is the time now where you need to grab your Bible or grab somebody beside you that knows the Bible that can help you pray. Because that's where we need to go at this point.
What he said.
It's serious. It's serious. It has to stop. Just like the Breonna Taylor, 26-year-old female. The police came and raided her house midnight. They sprayed a cloud of bullets and shot her. What was the thing that might have been?
Just a moment.
Ain't nobody talking to you? Nobody talking to her? I think that might have been one of those cases where it was a wrong raid. There have been cases
I remember that story.
Between 3,000 to 5,000 cases where there were wrong raids initiated. Yeah. You are at the wrong
That's
house.
a topic for another video. Yeah, because actually that is a statistic that we can bring to the audience where like a lot of raids end up there. Like sometimes it's not even the right house and stuff like that.
And they just go for it. They just keep going.
Yep.
They just keep going.
So with that being said, we're gonna surf on to our conclusion, our ending here. But please stay tuned, guys. Check into the Instagram. Like I said, we have a lot more.
Yes, please.
We are here. We are fighting together. We will get through this together, one day at a time. As long as you keep the mission important. Remember, Black Lives Matter, please. And don't let anyone silence you. Never let anyone silence you. Your color of your skin is not. That is not a detriment to you in any way.
Yeah, no.
Pastor Harrington, you wanna?
There was a old Negro spiritual song. Got to the top of my head. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking. Ain't nobody gonna turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. So don't let nobody turn you around. Okay, the same way they did that. I think they sung that song on the March on Monument, or the March to Monument. Martin Luther King was a part of it. They cleared half of Alabama or wherever it was. I'm sorry if I'm not direct with the information and location. But Negro spirituals, get out there. Spirituals do speak loud. They speak volume. And to the white people, your silence says enough. But at the end of the day, when you want to be... first off, let me shout out to the people that want to be black when it's convenient for them. I'm not giving you a shout out. You only want to be black to inherit pieces of the culture. You only want to be black until it's time to be white. Or until it's time to be black. Okay? Don't get out there in the streets thinking you're protesting because you have a friend that's black. No, you need to protest not only because you have a friend that's black, but you want to protect this black friend. You want to be able to speak from a different perspective, or in this case, a different culture, to make sure that this culture is heard. That's what you do. And if we're done here, because I was about to get serious, we love you guys.
We do.
We want you guys to stay protected. We want you guys to be safe.
We love everybody.
Yes. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Let it be said for the record.
No, seriously.
We are not, I'm going to even just call it reverse racist. We're not reverse racist. Like, no, yes.
No.
Yes.
I love everybody.
Yeah.
I'm a people's, sort of kind of a people's person. Sometimes
throwing that
too
out
many
there.
people just get on my nerves.
But this is a time where we have to focus on black people right now.
Yeah, because
so
that's what's going on.
That's what we're going to do, and we're going to continue to do
Yes.
as long as this goes on.
Yes.
So government, if you're going to come for us, we waiting.
Come on with it.
We waiting.
With that being said, the most powerful man above all is still in control. Every first Sunday or whatever you guys do communion, it says do this in the remembrance of me. I want you guys to do this prayer in the remembrance of God. Do this prayer or just do a prayer before you go out there. Do a prayer. Sing the simplest song. Order my steps. And you ain't even got to sing it. Just, Father, order my steps. Father, matter of fact, Father God, as your people go out there, as your people go out there and protest, oh God, I ask that you to keep a watching hand and a watchful eye over them. Just keep your hedge of protection over the people that want to go out there and do good as He changes the world, oh God. Just watch over us as the police try to knock us down and keep us from going from day to day. We're going to push forth and keep this thing going. We are victorious. You guys are more than conquerors. With that being said, for God so loved the world, He gave His only begotten Son, to who should ever believe in Him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. I really hope you guys have watched this entire video. Don't forget, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Get over to the Instagram page, turn on post notifications, and if you haven't done so already, just make sure you're following us back. With that, we love you guys. We will see you guys. Westlaw?
We out.